creates issues, you know. Oh, this build can hit up to 1,000,000 damage, this one can only hit up to 100,000 damage, and 100,000 damage. I have a lot more fun with this
Alright.
than this. The limitations are still the background design skill, right? Have basically killed me long term. Yep. That's exactly how I felt. Why is the camera so zoomed in? Yeah, everybody just wants to see. Again, a question that every single person has. Why can't I just zoom out? Why is this camera so close? It's closer than every other game. Zooming out is where the biggest space is flying. Look at how much closer that is. Like Diablo 1 was a little close, but again, it doesn't even need to be big because it's still bigger. Diablo 2's camera is like way out there. It's fantastic. Diablo 3's camera, maybe like
Spiral,
but still
just for
pretty good
fun.
distance. And then look at your character's like 4 times bigger. Yeah, you can see your skin's better than you This one again, universal. I don't think I've ever seen somebody be like, "Can the camera be closer?" Every single person I know is like, "Please, just let me have the camera backed up 3 notches." You can't get it closer, right? Wow, that's so fun. Look how big it is. And this is something that also people were saying, you know, I've seen a lot of people say things like this. Frostnova makes sorcerer, every sorcerer build feel too melee because you have to dive in, Frostnova, and all that stuff. Which is a true point. But I also think the reason the game feels too melee is because you can only see melee range. Like, look at how zoomed in this is compared to, again, this. That would be like seeing to right here in Diablo 2, based on the size of the character.
It's like super hard.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to make another pot? I could drink another pot.
You can't see anything right here, right here, right here. Everything feels melee because
Shoes off.
somehow you can only
It's
see
awful. Take your shoes
how
off.
close that is. I can't see anything.
It's dirty.
What the fuck? Where am I playing? I think that is like a massive thing that makes so many characters feel so much worse. I can't play anything through that attacks and changes. 20 hours and now we're going to go. Finally zoom out.
Bored.
I play the rest of the game like this.
Yeah,
Why does it only zoom out?
And do something with him if you're bored.
What? What?
I don't know.
Yeah, when you get to the world
Why don't you teach him some card games?
After the world class, you're like,
I'm done.
this is the camera I've wanted the whole time. And then it scoops back in afterwards, and you're like, yeah. Well, most of it's pretty fun.
Where's the phone?
It's under the TV.
How about putting it on this iPad instead, no? It's too small to see.
I don't know why they are holding on to the idea. So now you can hack essentially. You can hack their now at the start of the season. If you have a character that had one now already done. However, if you get the easy part, and if you are hardcore and that character is dead, you don't get the progress from the dead one. You do get to keep statues.
10 more points.
And map? Is that right? No.
Oh, wait.
Fog of War. I don't want to. So you get some of it, but you still have to go do some side quests, go do some whatever. Maybe clicking the statue still will get you renown. Maybe not. I don't want to have to re-clear the same pointless dungeons for no reason. You probably see people
You don't have enough points to play. And you have to wait like one day.
And I'm sitting over here thinking to myself, so the side
The rule is
is that it's so
oh no.
How about you? How about you do a different game, Leo?
So that players are open to do that. The promotional videos Blizzard kept reiterating how much content there is.
Usually you hold the phone, everybody should, okay?
Never be an absence of something. It's really just something like to keep coming back and experiencing more Diablo 4.
Usually a red flag when I hear developers talk like this, because what they're actually trying to say, if we translate it, is our game is going to have endless amounts of shallow activities. Which, unfortunately, is how a lot of it panned out. And there is a lot of content, like they said, there is a lot of content in the game. You have 150 dungeons in the game, but the 150 dungeons feel the same. And so, what's the difference? You have 10 dungeons in the game, and it's not really going to change much, you know. And there's definitely differences between Blind Burrows and Malden, different dungeons. Like there is. I'm not saying every single dungeon is the exact same. Like there definitely is some difference. I don't really like a bunch of the objectives in the dungeons, but you know, there is still some. But overall, does it feel like there's 150 unique dungeons that I'm excited to go explore all 150 of them? It feels like there's 20. You know, and obviously we only get 130 of them or nightmare dungeons or something like that. And then the next season there's 230. This season we might be able to change it at capacity. But even overall, in the open world and stuff, the idea is that there's sellers that are just around the corner. You're walking by and you go in the cellar and there's an event here. Or you're running by and there's an event because, you know, this old this little boy is trying to find his grandpa, or there's three people that you can't save no matter what you do, right? Like, there's a lot of things that just exist around, but I don't know if there's a ton of
You said I think lots of it is potential.
desire to do the things. What do they give me that's unique, that's different? Is it a fun event, or is it just an event that I'm just doing to do it? I think that is the issue. There's a lot of variety of content overall, but that's none of it makes you actually care to it. I want content that is more interesting. You don't need 150 dungeons. If they gave us 30 dungeons, all those dungeons were like much more unique, different kinds of, like really different kinds of patterns within them, and tile maps and everything. I would take that over 150 dungeons that have a lot of repetition, that have me going and fetching the cannibal boxes, going and opening 2 gate nodes, going and bringing bloodstones back to the orb or blood or whatever, right? And then same with like events. A lot of the events I don't care about. It's just if I do the event, I just do the event, but it just feels like a time sink. It's just 30 seconds where I have to just escort the little boy around or whatever. So more interesting content is what I'm asking. There's a lot of waiting and stuff. And I think Helltides are one of the best events overall because they're at least kind of fun. You go in, you're running around, you're trying to find the boss, chest, like that is like one event that's really cool. If they had a bunch of different events, much more cool. And then also you get like the specific maps from anything, so it's
They focus on the scale of content instead of its quality. They prioritize the grind instead of the fun. Each side. I don't understand the deal with having my progress and my character reset every 4 months.
I mean, I love seasons, so but that seems to be a general idea from I come from MMOs, other games. They're like, I don't want to have my character reset. I also think though having an economy helps a reset so much more. Because again, right now there's not an economy available. And so that's a giant purpose of an economy, of a reset, is to reset the whole economy, flush out all the items that were found, and then now it's like all the stuff you get to trade again is back, and that's really cool. Oh, I found the first person to find Shaco again in Diablo 4, and then you trade that. Oh my god, it would be insane. But since you can't trade that, a lot of things you can't trade, I don't know what trade there's one to trade. Yeah, but that's tough. It's so much plus all of the materials plus money. You would just sell it and like that. um, I think going back really fast.
How does it work even though no Wi-Fi? Still wash it on. It takes
The
forever.
devs focused so much on putting content into the game
Continue.
that there wasn't the question asked, is the content fun? A lot of games that have grind and repetition and things like that, the devs weren't even trying to exactly create that grind. It's just it exists because some other system is so fun. And here it feels like they tried really hard to build the grind, but there's no purpose for the grind, and thus it just feels like they're just building in content, you know? Systems for the sake of systems. A little bit.
And then having the devs try to pass it off as a feature and not a corrupt save file. You know, getting to level 40 and saving up enough money to buy a mouse in WoW Classic was a big deal. I felt so accomplished after I did that, and then I could explore the world much more efficiently. But more importantly, Blizzard didn't take my mount away after 3 months. It's like, don't do all that shit again, asshole. What's next on the agenda? Stats and loot. The bread and butter of most RPGs and the main reason people play them for hundreds of hours. On some occasions, you can get a nice reward for completing the quest or defeating a boss like this amulet that summons a barrier or the others embrace rings that are relative. These are extremely rare in the campaign. Now, it might not be me, but I find that the majority of loot drops in Diablo 4 can be terribly unexciting, to the point where I hardly read what most items actually do. And at a certain point, I just walk past chests because they rarely hold anything against me. I think the loot is extremely boring for a few reasons. Number one, it all looks extremely generic. Maybe it's because I'm playing as a druid.
God, I mean, this is 100% of this is a how many billions of dollars is Activision Blizzard worth? 60 something billion dollars. This game had 8 years of development, all of this time, all of this everything, and this is what the inventory looks like?
Yeah, you can do it.
I mean, it looks normal there. The ring is just as big as an axe, maybe even bigger. It's bigger as well. But again, we don't have to dive into everything. All that. I don't know. This part to me is a little disappointing. I'm just like, there's so much that they could have done in terms of like how that looks, but it just has like, here is my game, developed by a couple people with no budget. It's a 16-bit game. But like, these are the swords in my game. Obviously, it's 16-bit. It's not, you know, you could say, oh, I hate how that looks. And that's totally fine. But I feel like this looks better than this.
Good items are boring, but when I look at the Diablo 2, it's way fucking cool. You got like the skull shield or
D2R, I don't even think the loot looks quite as good.
Diablo 2 helmets, the helmets, how colorful and different they are. But in Diablo 4, when I find a pair of boots, I feel like it's the same fucking pair of boots I've already seen 100 times. Am I the only one who feels this way? Am I missing something? Am I tripping? You know, maybe it also has to do with the fact that every item takes up the same amount of space, and the icons all look so similar that in my brain it all works together. There are very few moments where I find
There's also not a lot of, like, between armors and stuff, there's no implicit, like, affix or anything on them, and so there's literally no difference between various pieces. It's not everything. Like, some boots will have, you know, the resets the cooldown cooldown or drop decreases cooldown for this, like you get extra charges of evade. Some things do have variants, but not every item does. And so certain pieces, it's like there's literally no difference between the hand and the darkness whatsoever.
Getting a piece of food is genuinely exciting in Diablo 4. And part of it is because I've also gone a huge fan of RPGs that come with a bunch of meaningless numbers and stats into the menu and equipment. Remember how awesome it was in WoW when you got that first item that boosted your stats instead of just armor?
Oh,
I think part of the reason this book became a meme is his excitement mirrored our excitement. That was for a melt that you found at level 18. I have never been even close to this excited for any item in Diablo 4. What a crazy.
yeah, I mean, that is true. It's hard to really be. Again, I don't need to go crazy and harp on Wii. I'll just say the whim that the Apex pool is underwhelming, and I haven't had a wall.
It really helps to understand the game's mechanics and what certain stats actually improve. The stats and numbers now you find an item that's like plus 9 on all stats. You're like, oh, that sounds awesome. I'm level 20. And then you look at what 1 point of strength does. What does it do? It's 1 point of armor. Okay, well, I have 3,000 points of armor, so this is worthless to me. And you go, it's like strength doesn't improve your damage or nothing. What is strength do in an RPG? You want to use this big ass weapon, strength requirement. You want to do more damage, strength. Oh, even more damage. Strength's going to take more than what it does in Diablo 4. And that wasn't even an RPG. I've never played an RPG like this where the core stats felt so fucking useless. So,
Yeah, the core stats really feel.
Okay.
The only reason that you actually do have core stat is actually damage. Because it's one of the damage points. So it's like, alright, I just get 900 intelligence, and that gives me 90% multiplier damage in that bucket, and then, and then some paragon requirements.
point basically worthless. Diablo 1 did that. I can't for the life of me understand what they were thinking. The reason I bring all this up is because so many of the stats on items just, I look at it and I'm like, well, this doesn't mean anything. Well, yeah.
This is the piece about itemization. I mean, I guess there's two pieces about itemization. It's like, one is, I think the Apex pool is damage to close, damage to distant, damage to frozen, damage to chill, damage to slow, damage to crowd control, damage to vulnerable, damage to so many just affixes that are like, oh my god. And then all it's really caring about is vulnerable, crit strike, and crit chance. Like, you just want that, and you're actually whatever your faithfulness makes that. But I think overall, even within a lot of the pieces, like he said, there's a lot of things that just don't make good sense. They kind of have too many levels deep, and then the requirements and all this stuff that nothing. It doesn't mean enough to you. Plus 4% lucky hit chance. Okay, if I really go in and figure out why, if my character needs lucky hit chance, and why I would actually want lucky hit chance, or whatever. Okay, plus 10 all stats. Well, again, like you said, stats are a little questionable right now. Resistances don't even really work in stat. I'm gaining some armor, I guess, from the strength books. So I'm dealing, okay, it's a little confusing. 17.5% critical strike damage, again, just damage buckets, 15% overpower damage. Overpower is. There's definitely a lot of just confusion confusion on the affixes. And that was always going back. That was going back when I was looking at the alpha of this game, and I saw, or I mean, we were looking at like the first time they released optimization, the second time, and they showed some of the affixes, and I was just like, I don't understand what these boots are supposed to actually do. You know, like I don't know why I would want this or this is good. A lot of it is a little bit convoluted, right? It's not complexity in the right,
or it doesn't feel important. League of Legends champion design suggests that giving players security from more meaningful passes is collaboration of electric management and normal changes. This is not even those most Christian level, especially when the enemies are scalable. So many different damage buffers.
and that's the thing. You just won't notice so much. And then when you get to things like damage versus close and things like that, you're like, I don't know, am I close enough? Is this working? Just it is confusing. It's like I'd rather there's two stats and I just do what the heck you can with
Incoming physical damage as well as magical damage. I just think this is like the worst stat system I've ever seen in RPG. So you are encouraged to kill everything and sell the superpowers. So sometimes stats or stock emotions. But the other way is right. Even the first two always had a way of making gold try to that has never been more effective than Diablo 4. It's like you already have two options. Why does you
can actually buy really nice gear. So I actually think it's fun. Gold is actually the most useful in this game as it's ever been. And vendors, I got so many good items from vendors. They're like almost too strong with how good they are. I think he's on level 48 and he is called, how he played any respect to offense. But gold was actually useful in the game. I was playing
why the fuck would I ever buy this?
again, and this is also something, I mean, this is good to see because, again, this is a level 44 player, and he doesn't even know that resistance is still mad. And he's confused because upgrading his range 3 levels, but he didn't even understand that upgrading the upgrade resistances with item power that one is better, but item power and rings is irrelevant, pretty much. And this is, again, confusion within the item system. You know, if he's just, he's not selling items, he's taking them to the blast. is bringing up not a bad point, which is when I was playing as well, my thought is I'm just thinking so much of he's not wrong about that. Which again, open world, all of that, you're like, why is this? All right.
Oh, he likes it.
What?
I don't know whether it's a good thing or not.
What is it?
What? Oh, wait. Mom, Daddy has one, and Mama has one, and Leo has one phone too. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's what he likes to have. Because we have it, and Zixi, MJ, Expander.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Not so much this.
Another one. Nice.
Women, right?
sequel, they finally used to take it back there. The thing is, Blizzard doesn't seem to understand why Tristram is such an iconic and memorable location. Oh yeah, music does some pretty heavy with it. But the main reason comes down to this phrase: less is more. Bigger isn't always better. Just ask why their names were Venus. Diablo 1 took place in a single location, Tristram. There were 8 characters that lived there, a couple of towns, and a cathedral that led down to hell where the bad guys were. Each character offered a combination of advice, exposition, and insight for the player.